Many congratulations on the maiden T20 World Cup. What was your first reaction and whom did you go and inform first?
Yeah, I rang my family straight away. So I spoke to my parents, my brothers, and yeah, I was just really pleased to be in the squad after being picked in the test squad as well. So yeah, I was really happy.
Yeah, so you were also a part of the T20 World Cup squad in South Africa as a traveling reserve. So how did it help you traveling to South Africa?
I think it was good to be a part of the team then and see what they wanted to get from the style of cricket they want to play, so then I could implement that into my season this year with my regional team. And it's always good to be around such class players and just develop my game. So yeah, it was a really good trip for me.
You made your debut at the age of just 30 back in 2014. So was it hard balancing cricket and your other commitments in life?
No, I didn't find it too hard, to be fair. Obviously, school was the priority when I was younger and needed to get my work done. And cricket back then for me wasn't as big as it is now, so it wasn't as much of a career option as it is for young girls now, which is so cool. I know that a lot of the girls at my region, like they're finishing school, they're going to go to university, and then they've got to juggle that. But for me, I've been quite lucky in not having to get too stressed about juggling things and just being able to focus on my cricket now.
So as you mentioned, like how it's like a career option now. So at what age or when did you decide or realize that yes, you have to take this sport seriously and I want to make it big in this sport?
So I was playing hockey alongside cricket, and I love hockey. So when I got to about 15, and I was invited into some training squads for like academy and young academies of England, I was needed to make a decision because they were clashing on the weekends with cricket and hockey. So yeah, then I chose cricket, and I'm really pleased to have chosen that. I prefer playing cricket a lot more than hockey. So yeah, that was the choice I made, and I'm happy.
Like you mentioned, hockey and cricket both were there. So just tell me the start of it. Like when did you go into hockey and when did you like go into cricket? At what age?
I started playing cricket when I was 9, so I went to my first club session at Dumbleton, my cricket club, when I was 9. And then hockey, my first, so I went to school at year 3, I think I started playing hockey. So I don't know, I think you're like 8 then. So it's kind of the same time, I guess. I played so many sports when I was younger, tennis, netball, rounders, like all of it. I absolutely love sports. So just growing up playing as many sports as I can. And then when I got to the senior school, I focused on hockey and cricket. Played more hockey than cricket because obviously there wasn't a lot of girls. There was no other girl playing cricket for me at my school. So yeah, and then after school, I just dropped hockey and focused on cricket.
Of course, you need that family support to go with all of this, balance your academics, school, and everything. How has the support of your parents been like throughout this career of yours?
My parents have been amazing. They obviously drove me everywhere, took me to all these different tournaments and games, sacrificed their weekends to come and watch me. And my brothers, I've never lived with my brothers, but they've always been my number one supporters as well. They're at every single game they can try and get to, and yeah, they'll definitely be at the game if I make my debut, whenever that is.
Do you remember the first day of your cricket practice when you started taking it seriously?
Yeah, it was probably when I got invited to Gloucestershire under-11s county trials. I got put forward by my club Dumbleton, and then yeah, I didn't really know what to expect, and then all these girls were there playing cricket, and I'd only grown up with one other girl playing with me so far at that age. So to have a whole team of girls playing cricket was so cool, and I really enjoyed it. And then just going on through the whole age groups from under 11s to the seniors, yeah, I think that was when I really loved the game and wanted to keep playing and making friends and playing and winning with my friends.
So, like you mentioned, it was more of just 1 or 2 girls with you. So, were you just practicing with the boys early on in your career?
Yes. So at Dumbleton there was one other girl, and we got on really well, which was really nice. So yeah, and we still know each other now, which is pretty cool. But yeah, my dad was my coach, and there'd be about 20 other boys, I think, and then us two. But we loved it. I mean, I would so say if you can play men's or boys cricket, then do it, because it will just keep improving your game. So go for it if you can.
You left uni to focus on cricket. How challenging or how tough was the call?
Not tough at all. I really don't enjoy like education. So yeah, as soon as I was meant to go to a different university, Loughborough, the college, and then Storm rang me and said, we want to offer you a retainer contract, the first contracts that were coming out as domestic in 2020. I was like, oh, that's cool, but I don't want to be far in Loughborough and then have to travel back to the southwest all the time. So I quickly swapped universities to Cardiff Met. And then it was also COVID, so you weren't really in lectures. And I was just like, I just want to be able to, I was also injured, so I needed to do lots of rehabs, juggling rehab and lectures. It just wasn't happening, and I wasn't enjoying it, and didn't feel the need to stay at university. So I thought, I'm just going to focus on my cricket and nail that down.
The domestic contract, like you mentioned, was coming out then and you were offered it. And it has changed the landscape of cricket, especially in England for women. Now you don't need to be an international player to like make cricket your profession or something like that. How important has it been to change the whole structure in the country?
Yeah, it's so good to know that we've got girls, that there's 10 contracts now in each region minimum, and you've got girls that can just see that as a career, whereas I don't know, like 5 years ago the England women had to have a side job as well as playing for England, and to know that these girls can, some of them just play cricket, and it's so good. It's like really pushing the sport. Women's sport is just excelling, like football, rugby, cricket, all of it is just doing so well. And for it now to be a genuine career option is so good, and the support we get as well. Because when I was younger, we didn't have S&Cs and physios around all the time, but these girls are growing up with the best of the best knowledge of sport and medicine, coaches. So yeah, it's really, girls are really lucky to have this now, and I think they know that.
Like, when did you actually start thinking that, yes, I'm an all-rounder? My whole skill set is of an all-rounder. How did this journey start?
I think from when I was young, my dad would just go and bowl, go and bat, everyone did everything. And I enjoyed both. I think when I was younger, about 13, I way preferred batting. I felt more successful with that. And then as I got older, to about 17, 18, it like swapped, and I way preferred bowling, and I wasn't really bothered about batting. But now I love both, and I just want to be good at both and just keep pushing both skills. Because if you offer 3 disciplines, then you're in the game all the time and it's more fun.